After cold calling over 100,000 people over the last 12 years, here are the 7 biggest things that I've learned. Number 1, by far the most important. Let's get into it. So the biggest thing that you're gonna need to implement in your cold calls to be successful is using a permission-based opener. This is a Sandler methodology. Essentially how it goes is you're being honest and upfront that this is actually a cold call and you're asking for their permission of their time to listen to why you called. Because people are busy, right? A cold call is technically an intrusion, but you should be calling people where it's a good fit so you're not spamming them or being scammy. Using a permission-based opener is going to lower their guard, right? Every time that you get a phone call with all the spam calls that you get nowadays, if you're like me, you get probably 8 to 10 random numbers per day. When you pick it up, it's like an automated robot saying, you know, are you looking forward to extend your car's warranty, right? You have to battle against that subconscious feeling in the prospect's head that this is going to be a scam call, right? So when they pick up the phone, they're already skeptic, right? Who is this? What do you want? Is this even a real person? So what a permission-based opener does is it dispels that guard. So this is a great example, right? So starting off a call like this. Hello, John? Yes? Hey, John, this is Dylan calling from Automated Revenue. Sorry to be calling you here without an appointment, but if you just give me like 25, 30 seconds, I can tell you why I called, and then you can see if it makes sense to keep talking. Does that sound fair? Awesome, great. So, and you get into it, right? So that is an example of a permission-based opener. So you're asking their first name, they're confirming it's the right person, you say who you are, who you're with, and then before you, it's very fast, right? You don't want to give them a time to be like, what? Who's this? What is this? So you go right into it, right? Confidence, high tonality, but not cheesy. Not like, hey, it's Dylan calling from Automated Revenue. How you doing, man? How's the weather? Don't do that shit, right? Like that doesn't work. Come in confident. This is why I'm calling you. And you can see if it makes sense. If you want to keep speaking after I tell you why I called. It's going to take me this short period of time. And then the big part at the end is, does this sound fair, right? Not, are you available? Are you free? Is that a fair proposition, sir? That I get 30 seconds to tell you why I called. And then from there, you can see if it makes sense to keep talking. I think that's a fair trade, right? That's why the permission-based opener works so well. And the best part is after they say yes, and you'd be very surprised at the percentage of people who do say yes, you have a opportunity, you have the floor, right? To tell them why you called. That is your hook. That's your pitch right there. So they are allowing you to pitch them in the beginning of the call. Really works well. Number 2 biggest thing is you need a script, right? You can't just wing it. Obviously, I've made over 100,000 cold calls, 200,000 cold calls even to this point, and your confidence, your tonality, your conviction comes with practice. But the only way to practice is using a script or kind of like a framework, right? Do not read the script verbatim. That's a disclaimer, right? To preface, do not read a script word for word like you are reading something, because you are not going to have any personality, tonality, or conviction while you are reading something off of a page. Do not do that. You need to practice the script so many times that you can recite the script while you're driving in traffic with your eyes closed, right? You shouldn't need to look at the script because you've practiced it so many times, and you're not going to say it the same way, right? You have little idiosyncrasies, right? You're going to say a word differently depending on your day, depending on your vibe, your mood. So just having a baseline framework and structure to your cold call is what is most important, right? And like I said, over time, you're never going to even have to have the script open because you've said it so many times, you can read it like the back of your hand. The third biggest thing is to make sure you're speaking to the prospect's pain points, right? You do not want to call somebody and talk about you, your business, your offer, how great it is, how cool it is, how big of a round of funding you have. Nobody cares. You're calling them. Why would you call somebody to talk about yourself? That doesn't make any sense, right? We're not 2 girls venting about our week, right? Oh, Jessica, this is what went so, like, no. You make it very poignant and intentional about them. Why do they want to stay on the phone with you? And why would they want to devote more time to you and your business? They need to see that it makes sense for them, right? And they feel understood, and what you're selling is actually something that's going to provide value to themselves. People are selfish. They only want to talk about themselves. So give them the opportunity to talk about themselves. This comes from really good question asking and understanding who they are, what they do, and the pain points that similar companies that you've helped relate to them. The next big point is leveraging social proof. So like I just said, you don't want to talk about yourselves too much, but you do want to reference that that you've helped other people just like them over and over and over and over again, right? Because if you're able to reference, hey John, I helped a similar marketing agency selling SEO services do X in Y time frame, it proves expertise and validity in who you are and what you do. You're not just a random person trying to scam them out of their time and their money. The next big thing that I learned is to be data driven, right? If you're just calling people all day long, but you're not tracking what is happening on those calls, how many times did people say yes to my opener? How many times did people actually give me a time to speak after the hook and not hang up on me? Of those people who said yes to my permission-based opener, how many of those people booked a call? Of those people who booked a call, how many people showed up? Of those people who showed up, how many deals actually closed? How much revenue am I helping generate my business? The better you can understand the results of your actions, the more intelligent you can make your actions. So if you're tracking what times of day you're getting a pickup, now you can call people more in the time frames that you're actually seeing success. Don't just do calls and don't just do shit to do shit. Actually track it in a spreadsheet, in a tracker. Your company probably should have something like that. If not, take it upon yourself and become more data driven. Do more of the things that work and do less of the things that don't work. The next big thing, this is one that no one really talks about, is your mindset. How you go about cold calling, right? Cold calling is hard. It is the hardest form of sales and probably one of the hardest career paths that anyone can do at any given time. You're calling people all day long who don't know you. You're sparking conversation. You're navigating objection. It's monotonous. It's mundane, right? But it can make you a shit ton of money. That's why people do it. It's your mindset, right? If you've made 99 calls today, and all 99 have either hung up on you, not picked up, went to voicemail, or were uninterested, are you going to be the type of person who picks up the phone that 100th time with a positive mindset? If you can do that, you are going to win the long game of sales, right? Understanding that no matter what has happened previously, I know that this next call and the call after that call and the call after that one is an actual opportunity for someone to pick up the phone, have a conversation with me, book a meeting, possibly close, and put money in my pocket. The person that you just called has no bearing on the person that you were about to call. That's the beautiful thing about cold calling. You start from zero on every single call. Also, as the phone is dialing, say out loud, this person's name is going to pick up and book a meeting. Say it every time, right? If I'm calling Peggy Smith while it's dialing, Peggy Smith is going to book a meeting with me right now. Say those things, manifest it, put that out into the universe. It works. The last big thing that I learned making over 100,000 cold calls is selling the meeting and not the product, right? Understand your job responsibilities and your role inside of the company's sales process. You, as an appointment setter, as an SDR, a BDR, whatever it is, your job is to develop sales opportunities, not close sales opportunities. So what you're doing is the closed deal, the close one stage in your job is somebody booking a meeting and showing up to that meeting, right? So sell the meeting, not the product. What do I mean by this? So instead of telling them all the features and all these things and being a sales closer, all you have to do is sell them on enough interest and enough pain point solution that what this next call is going to do is to actually help their business. So selling their interest into just another call, right? Understand your part in the cog. All you have to do is talk to somebody, understand them, identify what problems they're facing today in the market and how you can help them solve them, but don't divulge all the information because they're going to decide whether it's a yes or a no, and then just pitch the meeting saying, awesome, sounds like you're a great fit, John. I don't want to give you any misinformation, a little bit above my pay grade, those questions you're having. Let me set you up with my manager, my boss, my customer success manager, whatever it is, so they can give you all the information that you need and actually see if this is going to be a fit for your business. Sell the meeting, not the product. Also, quick bonus tip is make sure you're not over talking on that call. You should be aiming for a 70-30 split. 70% of the time, prospects should be talking. 30% of the time, you should be talking. So as long as you follow these simple tips, you practice your script, you actually have a script, you're going to be the top SDR, BDR, appointment setter inside of your company in no time. Now, if you want to look over the last video I made on the cold call script that helped my business book over 157 meetings, you can click it right here. It's going to be somewhere on this screen. It'll also be linked inside the description. If you want to improve your sales game and be part of a community of killers just like you, We also have a free school community. You can join that. That link will also be inside the description below. Or you're already a business owner and you'd like to hire somebody who I've already personally trained, there's going to be a link in the description for that as well. Now, as always, if you found this video valuable, leave a like, add a comment. I do read them all, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more of my valuable content. Peace.